Welcome back once again in the video lecture series of operating system. Its subject code is 1618305. Today I am going to teach you unit number 4. Its name is memory management and I am going to teach you contiguous allocation part 2. This is my name and designation. So before going deeper into the video, let us find out the important topics that we are going to discuss in this video. So first of all, I will try to teach you about contiguous memory allocation. After that, I will teach you fixed partitioning method, then advantages and disadvantages. Then I will teach you about dynamic partitioning method. After that, I will teach you partitioned allocation algorithm. There are different algorithms are there. That is your first fit algorithm. Next, I will teach you next fit algorithm. Then I will teach you best fit. And after that, I will teach you worst fit and quick fit algorithm. All the last algorithm is not at all so important for you, but for the sake of your knowledge only, I have included in this. And after discussing all the above points, I will try to summarize all the points in the summary section. And certainly at the end of this session, I am going to give you good reference book, URL and YouTube. So let's start with the first point, that is your continuous contiguous memory allocation. So in contiguous memory allocation, a process can be stored in the contiguous fashion. That means whatever the process is there, that will always store in the continuous fashion. There are two popular techniques for the contiguous memory allocations. These techniques are: first is your static partitioning, which is also known as fixed size partitioning, and second one is your dynamic partitioning, which is also known as variable size partitioning. Right? Okay. So let's talk about fixed partitioning first. So this is the oldest and simplest technique which is used to put more than one process in the main memory. Whenever you want to put more than one process in the memory, at that time we are using fixed partitioning. Okay, in this the number of partitions which is not overlapping in RAM, right, it is very important. Our fixed size of each partition may or may not be same. So whatever the size we are allocating to the process, we will always provide the fixed partition, although the process may or may not have the same size. Hence, there is no spanning is allowed in the fixed contiguous allocation, right? Okay. Next, here the partition is made before execution or during the system configuration, right? So earlier किसी भी प्रोसेसिंग के पहले, एग्जीक्यूशन के पहले ही हम लोग पार्टीशन को पहले ही बना लेते हैं. मीन्स वी आर already propose the model before executing the process. Okay, so this is the good example of your fixed partitioning method. That सारे के सारे जो blocks हैं हमने 4 MB का दिए हैं. First block is for 4 MB, next is for 8, next is for 8, next is for 16, like that, right? So we are taking the block size which is having the fixed, right? Okay, so here if you go for this one, so what is going to be happen? So this is basically, this is your 8 MB space only. So in fixed partition, if the process is having 1 MB, so 3 MB will be free, right? If the process is having 7 MB, so 1 MB will be free, right? Like that. If the process is having 7 MB, then again some will be free. If I am having process P4 like 4 MB, again some spaces will be free, right? So such type of partitioning suffers the internal fragmentation. Okay. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of fixed size partitioning is, it is easy to implement. Regarding advantages, so it is easy to implement. So algorithm is needed to implement fixed size partitioning simply requires putting a process into the certain partition without focusing the emerging of the internal and external fragmentation. See, whenever we are putting the process into the memory, we don't concern about how much memory will be wasted. Only we have to put the process into the main memory, that is being concerned with the fixed partition. Little OS overhead. So there is some challenges for the operating system to handle such type of uh, fixed size partition due to the indirect computational power. So there are some disadvantages also which will be come in terms of internal fragmentation. So what is internal fragmentation? Main memory is main memory use is insufficient. Any program, no matter how small, the occupies the entire partition. That means main memory is having the space, but it is not being utilized with the new process. Then the process will suffer from internal fragmentation. What is the external fragmentation? The total unused space of various partition cannot be used to load the process, even though the the total process the total space for a process is higher than that of the memory. That means in Hindi we can understand कि सारे के सारे खाली पार्टीशनिंग को अगर मिला दिया जाए और उसका स्पेस किसी आने वाले नए प्रोसेस के स्पेस से अगर ज़्यादा हो तो भी हम लोग उस केस में उस पार्टीशन को हम लोग यूज नहीं कर सकते हैं. ओके, so we have to limit the process size. So at that time what we can do, we have to limit, means we are concentrating on the limiting the size of the process. So partition size cannot be vary according to the size of the incoming process size. इसमें सबसे बड़ा डिसएडवांटेज यही होता है कि हमारे पास स्पेस तो है, बट उस स्पेस को हम लोग नए प्रोसेस के डिमांड के अनुसार हम लोग चेंज नहीं कर सकते. दैट इज द मेन प्रॉब्लम वी विल डीलिंग विद द fixed size partition. Okay, now next talk about dynamic partition. Dynamic partition is also known as variable size partitioning scheme. It performs the allocation dynamically. See, static partition जो होता है वो आपका compilation time में होता है और dynamic partitioning जो होता है वो आपका execution time में होता है. When a process arrives, a partition of size equal to the size of the process is created. Means जितना जरूरत है प्रोसेस के लिए उतना ही साइज हम उसको एलोकेट करेंगे. सो दैट इज द बेस्ट एग्जांपल ऑफ योर डायनेमिक पार्टीशनिंग. Then that partition is allocated to the process. First of all, we will create the partition and then we will allocate the process. So we are having four processes: process P1, P2, P3, P4, and out of memory, as we all know, that some portion is allocated for operating system. So if process 1 needs 5 MB, we will allot it. If process 2 needs 2 MB, we will allot it. If process 3 needs 3 MB, we will allot it. And with process 4 MB, we will allot it. That means variable size partitioning means as per the requirement of the process, we will provide the space if it is space is available for us. Next talk about partitioning algorithm, partition allocation algorithm. So the process arrives and leaves in the main memory, we all know, right? As a result, whole of different size are created in the main memory. What is the whole? Whole is known as the vacant space, which is released by the process to the main memory. These holes are allocated to the process that arrive in future. That means these holes are utilized for next new process which is to be allocated in the main memory. So we are having some partitioning algorithm such as first fit, best fit, and worst fit, right? So basically in this video we will discuss about all these algorithms, and next, additionally we are also having two more algorithms, that is your worst fit and quick fit quick fit algorithm. Although we will uh, very much concerned about first three algorithm, that is the first fit, next fit, and best fit algorithm. So let's start. Okay. So there's the good diagram of your partitioning algorithm in which I have taken only four, and these two are I have not concentrated much. That is why I have just put the points, and I will teach you in the subsequent lecture. So what is the beauty of your first fit algorithm? See, first fit algorithm scans the linked list whenever it finds the first biggest enough hole to store a process. It stops scanning and load the process into the hole. So जितने प्रोसेस का साइज होता है उसके हिसाब से पहले जो सबसे जो बड़ा उसको मिल जाएगा होल, वहीं पे वो अपना वहां तक वो ढूंढने की कोशिश करेगा और उसके बाद अपनी सर्चिंग को वहीं वो स्टॉप कर देगा. So this procedure produces two type of partitioning. One partition A with the whole, while other partition will store the process. So इस तरीके के पार्टीशनिंग में क्या होता है कि दो तरीके के स्पेस बनते हैं. एक तो वैकेंट स्पेस दैट इज नोन एज योर होल, एंड सेकंड वन जो बनता है दैट इज योर यूटिलाइज, दैट इज यूसेज साइज फॉर द प्रोसेस. It maintains the linked list according to the increasing order of the starting index. Means first fit algorithm is truly based on your linked list data structure. Okay, so this is the very good diagram of your what first fit algorithm, in which this is the before and this is after. Means before allocation this is the scenario, and after allocation this is the scenario of your main memory. So what is there? See, this is a 8 MB space is free. Next, some is utilized. Then again 4 MB is there. Something is used. Something is vacant. Then again something is used. Something is vacant. So such type of thing is known as your what? The memory. And suppose you want to have say suppose first one which is having 6 MB. So for 6 MB, here you will get the space. So for the first flag or for the first flag process, the first vacant space will be created here only. Here. Yes, here, right? Similarly, for second flag, if it is demanding for 2 MB, then it will be certainly positioned here. For the third flag, if you want to use for the third flag, it will be according to the size, it will be stored here. So how these are signified? So white space is declaring about free space. Blue space is already allocated, means previously they are allocated by some other process, and this pink shading is giving you possible new allocation, right? So according to their size they will be fixed according to the availability. Okay, so what is next fit algorithm? Next fit algorithm is very much similar to the first fit algorithm. It scans the linked list from the node where it previously allocated a hole. So first of all, the backend in next fit, first of all it will valued about the vacant hole. In first fit we are not bothering about the vacant space, but in the next fit, first of all we will try to accumulate equip with the vacant hole. If vacant hole is not found, then it will go for the next memory location. Next fit does not scan the whole list, it starts the scanning list from the next node. Yes, so ये पूरा का पूरा ये लिस्ट को कभी स्कैन नहीं करता है. जैसे जैसे उसको होल्स मिलते जाते हैं, होल्स वैकेंसीज मिलती जाती है, वैसे वैसे वो जाकर के वो नए प्रोसेस को वो एलोकेट कर देता है. The idea behind the next fit is the fact that the list has been scanned once. Therefore, the probability of finding the holes is larger in remaining part of the list. That means what, हम लोग शुरू से ही हम लोग होल्स को पहले से ही हम लोग स्कैन करने की कोशिश करते हैं ताकि बाद में ज्यादा होल मिलने की संभावना कम से कम रहे, राइट? ओके, so this is the best example of your next fit. In this, what is going to be happen? So these are already occupied process are already occupied the main memory, and these are only the free space that we are having. So this time in next fit we are concerning about not the blocks, we are concerning about how many holes are available to us, and if the holes are available and they will be fitted for the process, then certainly the operating system will be provided to it, right? Okay, so what is the gray color? Gray color shows the allocated, previously allocated. White space is showing the vacant space, and green space is showing the now this time the new process which is to be allocated here. Okay, now just go for the best fit. What do you mean by the best fit? Best fit algorithm tries to find out the smallest hole as possible in the list, then that can be accommodate the size requirement of the process. See, what is the basic difference between this next fit and best fit? Best fit tries to find the smallest hole among the all the list, and after that it will allocate to the process. So using the best fit, it is having some disadvantages also. What is the disadvantages? It is slower because it has to scan the entire list. So finding the smallest hole, it is really tough because we have to traverse the entire list, then only we can try for the smallest one. Although the memory utilization will be good, but the performance of CPU or the performance of the system will be degraded. So due to this fact, the difference between hole size and the process size is very small. The hole produced will be as small as it cannot be used for the load any memory. That means what? Any process. That means in best fit algorithm, we are concerning about both the things. That is, the hole size must be small and the process size also must be small. Then only best fit algorithm will be implemented in the right way, right? So this is the diagram where we are watching that the OS is finding the smallest hole, and according to the smallest hole the newly process will be allocated to it. So next talk about worst fit algorithm. So what is worst fit algorithm? The worst fit algorithm scans the entire list every time and tries to find out the biggest hole in the list which can be fulfilled for the requirement of a process. सबसे बड़ी बात क्या है वर्स्ट फिट में? क्या है, अगर आपका प्रोसेस का साइज अगर कम भी होगा तो भी वो पूरे के एक तो पहले पूरा का पूरा स्कैन करेगा, ये पहला डिसएडवांटेज है। दूसरी बात है कि पूरा का पूरा स्कैन करने के बाद सबसे बड़ा होल उसको प्रोवाइड करेगा। Is again is the second disadvantage on the same issue. That means it is really very pathetic and it is not being used in the real time scenario. So this algorithm produces a larger hole to load even the small process, and this is not the better approach, and this is realistically it is not implemented in the operating system. Okay, so and searching again and again will will take the time more and more. So I have taken here a comparative study how first fit goes, how best fit goes, and how worst fit goes. So this is the original one, means the before the allocating the process, this is the original one, right? And when some process is coming, say for example here P3, P2, P4, P1, P5 is already there, and some new process will become. So in the first fit, what will going to happen? it will take the first whole which will be equal or it is less than that whole. And in the best fit, what it does, if P6 will acquire that space which is very much similar to the size of the process, right? And in the worst fit, what it will do, it will provide the maximum larger hole for the P6. So this is the very disadvantage regarding your worst fit algorithm. So next talk about quick fit algorithm. It suggested maintaining the different list of frequently used size. So whatever the frequently size we are using, it tries to maintain the that list only, right? It is not practical suggestible because procedure takes so much to create the different list. So we observe that when we are adopting such type of algorithm, it is very unrealistic to use in the real scenario, right? Okay, first fit algorithm is the best algorithm among all because it takes the lesser time as compared to the other algorithm, right? Okay, this produces the bigger holes and can be used to load other process and later on. So normally what it does, it goes for the bigger hole, searching for the bigger hole, although it is very easier to implement. Okay, so let's talk about the summary. So in continuous location, the process is stored in the continuous fashion, as I have already told you. Fixed partition is also known as oldest and simplest one, which is being used for putting several processes in the memory at the same time. In this partitioning, basically partitioning are not overlapping to each other, right? This is a very good point that we are having in the fixed partitioning. In dynamic, the size is variable. That means basically it is used in a runtime. It performs the allocation dynamically. When it performs the allocation dynamically at the execution time, when the process need that a certain amount of size, that much amount of size only given to the process. So in first fit algorithm, it scans the list. Whenever it finds the biggest, not biggest, first big enough to hold to store the process, it will stop its scanning. That means in the first fit, suppose the size of the process is 50 kb, so it will search for the 50 or 51 kb, which will be the earlier fetched. Next fit is very much similar to the first fit algorithm only, and it scans on the basis of the linked list and where the previously allocated hole is there. So on the basis of the previously hole allocated hole, it will start its searching in terms of the linked list only. And what is the best fit algorithm? Best fit algorithm tries to find out the smallest hole which is applicable for the process. But practically, a best fit algorithm is very much memory utilized, but it is lesser performance. Okay, so let's take some references. These are some good references. These are the books, and for Excel your knowledge, you may go for the URL, these URLs, and also some YouTube videos is provided for you. So thank you so much for watching this video. Have a nice day.